Breaking news! Arne Slot hints at a major Mo Salah problem at Liverpool after being left out. Urgent! Liverpool striker to undergo surgery after serious injury. Liverpool received Marc Guehi warning as rival makes transfer move. Hello Reds fans, let's check out the latest updates from the greatest club in the world. Liverpool star Mo Salah is going through a difficult period. The forward has failed to score in 6 consecutive matches and was left out of the starting lineup by manager Arne Slot in the Champions League clash against Eintracht Frankfurt on Wednesday. The Egyptian's worrying form, despite signing a huge contract last season, has sparked speculation about the reasons behind his struggles. In a press conference, Arne Slot suggested that Trent Alexander-Arnold's move to Real Madrid may have affected Salah. Quote, "It was a difficult moment for all of us. Nobody here is used to losing, neither the longtime players nor the new ones. We started the season with 7 wins, but summer changes mean everyone must find new connections. Perhaps Mo has played with Trent for the most of his Liverpool career, so that could influence him. But overall, he's still been in good positions to score, even without Trent." Salah's poor run has been clear in this Premier League season, with only 1 open play goal so far in the 4-2 win over Bournemouth on opening day. During Liverpool's run of 4 defeats, Salah missed clear chances against Chelsea and Manchester United, and his substitution against the Red Devils raised further concern among fans. The Frankfurt game brought another surprise. Slot decided not to start Salah, who only came on in the 72nd minute when the Reds were already leading 5-1. Even with limited time on the pitch, he couldn't end his goal drought. Fans also noticed changes on Salah's social media. Liverpool no longer appears in his X and Instagram bios, and his profile pictures were replaced with ones without the club's shirt. Salah hopes to return to the starting lineup for Liverpool next match against Brentford at 8 p.m. on Saturday. A win would be the Reds' first in the Premier League in over a month and help close the gap to leaders Arsenal. The big question remains, can Mo Salah overcome this tough phase and return to being the decisive star Liverpool fans know?
Liverpool supporters are growing worried about Jaden Danns after another setback in his career. The 19-year-old striker's injury was first reported exclusively 2 weeks ago, and now Lewis Steele from the Daily Mail has confirmed the seriousness of the situation, heightening concern among fans. Each new update seems to paint a bleaker picture for the young forward. Danns had been impressing within the club and among supporters with his confident performances last season. The youngster looked ready to push for more first-team opportunities under Arne Slot, especially after shining in Liverpool's academy. However, recent reports indicate that, quote, "the more is heard about Jaden Danns' injury, the worse it sounds." The forward suffered a serious hamstring injury on 27 September, just when he was expected to gain more training time and senior minutes. Liverpool have yet to set a precise return timeline, and it is believed Danns may need surgery. If that happens, recovery could be lengthy as hamstring operations are complex, especially for explosive attackers who rely on acceleration and sharp directional changes. A source close to the club described the atmosphere as worrying, saying this couldn't have happened at a worse time, given his progress. For a young player who has already battled injury frustrations, this setback feels particularly harsh. Surgery would be a heavy blow, since Danns spent much of last season in recovery and missed out entirely during his loan spell at newly promoted Sunderland due to fitness problems. The news is even more disheartening as Danns was expected to feature in the EFL Cup clash against Southampton, seen as a vital chance to earn exposure and cement his place in the squad. Slot had shown willingness to reward young talents, and there was hope Danns could feature in cup games and even make the Premier League bench before Christmas. Now the focus is on ensuring his full recovery and avoiding any rushed comeback. Liverpool fans understand the importance of patience with young players and wish Danns a complete recovery. Despite the setback, the overall feeling remains positive. There's still time for him to rebuild his career. The focus must now be on a precise medical plan and a long-term recovery strategy. Anfield Index will continue following this situation closely, especially given the exclusive details previously revealed about the striker's injury. Liverpool came very close to signing Marc Guehi from Crystal Palace, but the deal collapsed in the final moments of the transfer window. Palace chairman Steve Parish decided to call off the negotiations after Eberechi Eze's departure to Arsenal, unwilling to lose another key player. With his contract nearing its end, Guehi will be free to talk to other clubs at the end of the season, unless he renews with Palace. From January, foreign clubs can start formal talks to sign a pre-contract agreement with the England defender. However, English clubs, including Liverpool, will only be able to do so from May, once he enters the final month of his deal. Liverpool could still make an official offer in January, but that would mean spending money on a player who will soon become a free agent, a move the club considers financially unnecessary, especially with other priorities in the squad. However, the Reds are not alone in the race. According to Sky Sports Germany, Bayern Munich sporting director Max Eberl recently met Guehi's agent, Gordon Stipik, showing strong interest in the player. The Bundesliga champions see him as a potential replacement for Dayot Upamecano, whose contract expires next summer. Real Madrid are also monitoring the situation, making the battle for Guehi's signature even more intense. Guehi's stay at Crystal Palace now looks increasingly unlikely. The defender has already informed the club he does not intend to sign a new contract, and manager Oliver Glasner confirmed he will leave next year. Meanwhile, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, and Liverpool continue to watch closely. When asked about his future, Guehi remained calm, stating that his fate is in God's hands and that he is currently focused on helping Palace. The defender also admitted this period has been a learning experience, saying he is still growing and working to improve his game. For now, Liverpool are monitoring the situation carefully. If Guehi continues to reject renewal offers, the Reds could make another move in the summer of 2025, but they will have to act quickly as Europe's biggest clubs are ready to compete for his signature. Marc Guehi's future remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: his talent will not go unnoticed, and his next move could shape both his career and Liverpool's defensive plans for next season. Thank you so much for watching until the end. See you next time.